Hey guys, I'm back with another market update part two, talking about specialty sets. And I think the general overview is that the pack prices are sort of shifting, where 151's dropping and Crown Zenith and Prismatic are getting stronger, which isn't always the case. Like usually 151's like kind of going up, Prismatic's kind of going like in certain directions depending on the market, and then Crown Zenith had a history of going down for a while, and now it's been kind of stable. Um, I do think a lot of this is impacted by just the supply. If you think about it. There's not like bundles are about to come out, so that'll affect prismatic pack prices. But other than that, there hasn't been like a huge sort of restock. But 151, there seems to be like dedicated things like Blooming Waters. Costco has dropped a bunch of Blooming Waters, and Costco literally just dropped a bunch of 151 mini tins. Like I've seen pictures of the pallets of it. Um, and so I think it's finally affecting the pack prices. Um, like I noticed that Blooming Waters was kind of like around 140 for a bit, 145, and now it's like 127 right now. So you can get like 151 for 1058 a pack, and I don't remember the last time I could get at that price. I'm just like looking. I see like on early February the loose pack price was around 1058. Um, and everything else was like a lot was higher, like $11. Um, yeah, at that point, like 151 was around like this like 1050 price per pack wise. I wasn't really tracking Blooming Orders back then. I might not even been released at some point, but yeah, I wasn't tracking it. But yeah, the loose packs were generally the things being bought, but now like the loose packs not really being bought quite as much. Like they used to be number two or three in best selling, but if you look at the demand recently, it's been a lot lower. Like it's been like less than 100 a day, and for 151, it's quite low. Um, yeah, you see like the 3 month listings. This has been a lot. It's been less in this last like end of February to March. So yeah, I think that the reprints or the restocks are starting to take some effect on list pack price. I mentioned that in yesterday's video, and long term, it probably doesn't mean much unless Pokemon really is ramping up print runs. But this is more just like an arbitrage situation at the very least. Like, I think this just might be a sign that 151 pack prices will be lower, and if you can take advantage of that, depending on who you are, then like it might be a good chance for you. Like, I know rep and shippers, if you have the capital, like maybe you buy from either like TCG player or you buy from local people. You're like a lot of them already notice like a lot of local people are gonna be selling the cheap 151 they bought to avoid taxes and like get a discount or whatever. A lot of them like to buy 85% market price. So it's just like more opportunity. I remember talking to someone who wanted to buy from me and they were like, oh like yeah, 151 is so hard to find now. And I think that's gonna change a little bit, at least for I don't know, a few days, a week, 2 weeks. um, but yeah, that's kind of my take on 151 right now. Just that's just based on what I know about the drops recently, that are upcoming, and me tracking the data. Um, yeah, like otherwise, like the price increase decreases, there hasn't been as many shifts. The UPCs went down about $3. The Alakazam box went up $2. Poster collection is back up to about $43. Um, that's around the all time high, I think. But yeah, Blooming Waters being at 127 is um, definitely affecting things. And there was like a little, like there was a bunch of them bought yesterday, and the price is still a lot lower. So it seems like there was a bit of a sell off yesterday. Um, yeah, I think people are trying to get on that, and it makes sense. Like, why wouldn't you buy Blooming Waters when it's like pretty cheap price for packing it, promo cards for free? If sellers are willing to pay the shipping costs, then like it's kind of worth it. And also, some people like to I don't know. There's just value in it. I think the only downside is just like if for environmental reasons or if you don't like opening and disposing of the cardboard. Um, but other than that, like 151 still seems kind of fine. Like demand for bundles is still a lot. I'm wondering how much Blooming Waters will continue to rise in demand. But yeah, the as far as sheet pack goes, 151 bundles are still pretty much up there. Um, and actually, ETBs are selling pretty well as well. Like the demand is kind of strong for that too. But yeah, the packs have just been going down. Like you see this downtrend. Yeah, I don't want to like belabor the point. That's mostly it. Like the binders, which are hot topics sometimes, are still selling about one per day, sometimes sporadic. And yeah, I'm gonna keep looking out for if this demand kind of continues to rise. Um, I'll go Crown Zenith real quick since it's like right here. It's pretty short. So yeah, as I mentioned before, Crown Zenith. Um, the main thing, like I was like, there's been like a discrepancy between the pack price and Sea and Sky prices, and so I was like, okay, well, something has to give it. Like either Sea and Sky has to go down or loose packs has to go up. And it seems like for now, loose packs have gone up. A lot of them were bought yesterday though, 300. 30. Crown Zenith will have periodic spikes in demand. In general, you do see the packs kind of go down the 3 month range. Like they were kind of at least like 500 every 3 days, and it's been like there was like some moments where it was like 200, 300 and 400. But yeah, that definitely helps the pack price. And yeah, people are willing to pay this. Then it's just a good sign for the set. Everyone's very hyped about Crown Zenith in terms of like investability, ripmanship, and collecting. Um, yeah, Crown Zenith's still doing strong. I haven't seen a lot of like seeing sky drops lately, so that's also like stabilizing the pricing. And then at A11, it comes very close to the sea and sky price. So it's just more a reasonable thing to pay for. Although sea and sky will have some, sometimes they'll have like these things, these sort of things where like there'll be a slight discount because they're not including the box. This one trying to get you order two, but that's not really a discount at all. So yeah, and this one's 0% selling rate or feedback. And Prismatic, which is usually the hot topic. Um, yeah, like as I mentioned for packs, so like I'm seeing loose packs are going out to 13.75. It's not the cheapest way to get packs. Like there's definitely still like 3 pack things that people get, but demand upticked a little bit after kind of declining. So it's like at 200 yesterday. Um, yeah, I take the price of I take into account the picture listings because they sent to all speed deals, so 13.75. Although officially, if you just look at it, it'll say 13.90. So oh, it's almost like $14 a pack now. Um, and like when I compare it to other things, like bundles are dropping in price. So bundles are going to release officially tomorrow, but I'm sure people are already getting them. Um, and yeah, they've been kind of declining from their like $90 price. Like bundles are like 90. It's been very steady, but like around early February it was like 106, and then it went to like 99, 95, or like mid February 95, and then um, it dropped to 88 on the 19th of February, and then it kind of went back up to 93, and 88, and then the last couple of days it kind of drops. Like now it's finally dropping to a more reasonable price of $84. So this happens with like pretty much every Prismatic product. It will have a big price rise or big price initial price. That doesn't really change much until like pre-release, and then like a lot of supply gets dumped. Um, but yeah, at $84, that's a lot more reasonable. Like it's $14 a pack compared to the app pack. Yeah, it's a little more reasonable. I won't be surprised if they drop even more because people are just gonna flush the market with them. Scalpers are gonna list their things. People are probably gonna be able to buy like whole cases and it gets tons of them. Like this always happens with Prismatic. Some store is gonna just let you buy a lot, and people aren't really gonna set limits and people are just gonna offload them. Um, yeah, the tin displays they actually went down again, and then they're actually cheaper than the booster bundles, and they're almost the same price as loose packs. So like they keep going down, but I still continue to stand by the tin displays are very undervalued, um, and a lot of them were bought actually a lot more were bought yesterday, like double the demand. Um, I think it's just supply and demand sort of thing. I think there's just like too many possibly being um, bought right now or being on the market right now. Yeah, the problem with tin displays is that people don't usually open them. So, yeah, as I said before, if anyone was ever trying to um, manipulate the tin market, you would probably just like buy and open them and try to either like make a barely profit or just kind of break even. So, but yeah, there's still cheaper packs. Um, Civian, the tech stickers are still all cheaper Then the loose packs, they actually kind of declined a little bit from their $4 mark. And then the poster collections are still at their 1316. So yeah, but there's not a lot of people buying them, so it seems like most people don't really care, to be honest. But like they're still there, and packs are still rising. Um, but yeah, there was a lot of price like mini price decreases. So bundles went down 250, surprises went down $1, ETBs went down $1, um, tin displays went down $1. PCTBs are at 13 or 360. I think that's a new like high ever since like the price crash from the reprint news. Um, and Sylvian tax are down, yeah, $3. Um, yeah, Prismatic ETBs are still demand is still around 100 range. So that's pretty good. I guess that's like 85 to 100 range. And then the packs, yeah, they were. I already mentioned that they're selling pretty well. Um, Binders are still kind of down, and that might be everything for Prismatic. The bundles, yeah, demand's been shooting up. This always happens around release day. People just buy a lot of it. It's always interesting. Like the prices probably can go lower. You don't really need to buy. And it's not like you really need to open like bundles anyway. Sometimes rip and shippers like to have like the latest product, so maybe that's also why. Joining together, I do notice that the demand is kind of decreasing for booster boxes. It was around like over 100, like maybe 110 to 105 to 120. Now it's been more like 85 to like 100, maybe 95. So the demand for that's been kind of declining. Um, the ETBs are still kind of, I understand they're going up. Like there's like a new, let's see, yeah, it just seems like ever so slightly higher for ETBs. Like I'm not really sure what the whole like thing with ETBs. Like you're valuing the end card, the promo card a lot here, and I'm just like kind of wondering about that because it's just a normal ETB, and then bundles they just like a little maybe extra demand, but it's pretty much the same, and the prices are pretty much the same. PCTBs, I still see that a lot of boxes are still around the 170 range. There's some like sometimes discounts like 140 or 160. Um, I think I'm starting to maybe see more boxes selling at 190, especially when you account for shipping. Like it just percentage wise, like maybe 20%. So this is like a 190 box. A lot of them shipping from the UK though, so maybe that's why. Um, like this is from Canada, so 195. I don't feel like doing the math. Maybe I should do it. It's like about 480, so that's like 160 ETB. Um, yeah, I guess it's mainly the UK boxes or the ones shipped from like Canada. Well, this is also 190. So I'm possibly seeing maybe I guess maybe like 10% of boxes are selling for 190. So I'm just on the lookout for that because I'm expecting these to go up. Um, because they usually go up by release date unless there's some reprint news or whatever. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Thanks guys. Bye.